Okay, we are recording.
Okay, very good. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining in, and we'll do our best to get through this. Remember to, for any voting, remember to say your name, and we will, for anything well, we'll actually do roll call votes, so make sure you say your name with your vote. So we're starting with the public comment time. We have Sue Fuller here with us from Fuller Communications. We've given her some time here to share something they're working on that she thought might be useful for us. Go ahead.
Thank you.
And who?
My name is Susan Day Fuller. I'm president of Fuller Communications. We have worked with community organizations and businesses throughout the Adirondack North Country for the past 15 years.
Susan's cutting out.
Creating a lot of static.
There's static. Okay. Still?
Oh, gone.
You're better now for me, Susan, but I don't know. I'm not hearing the static.
You got it? Still hearing the static? Is there static from other people?
Not anymore.
You're good
Okay.
now. You're good now.
All right. I'll quickly restate what I stated at the beginning. I'm president of Fuller Communications. We're a consulting firm in the Adirondack North Country that helps organizations and communities with economic development and community revitalization. Among my major clients is the Adirondack North Country Mohawk Tribe Resource Development Institute. A few weeks ago, prospective clients put together information about what I had done in terms of focus groups, strategic planning, and visioning. And as I was working through it, it suddenly occurred to me that the kinds of things that I was able to do would be what people and communities and businesses were going to need when this pandemic has finally gotten behind us and we can start to move forward. And so what I put together is a new focus on what we're going to be offering. And the reason I wanted to tell you about it today is because I think there'll be a lot of companies and clients, people that you work with, who may be interested in these services. I'm going to show you and we're still finishing my website. So I'm going to try and share that screen with you just a moment. Do you see it? You see the website?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the approach I'm taking. I want it to be very positive. Interestingly enough, on a LinkedIn site this morning, there was a lot of talk from major corporations leaders about how they feel that when this is behind us, they will have the opportunity to become much stronger and better companies and totally different focused. So what I'm offering is a process to help us move that forward. The website is not live yet. I'm just finalizing it. But here you can see some of the details of what I hope to accomplish with these various communities. Are you able to read that?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions at this point? I'll be offering at this point, and it may change as we move forward, a one-day session. In the morning, we'll start off with kind of a way to get people back together and able to communicate. Since we've all been doing things so differently, it's going to be hard for people to kind of go back to the old routine. So we're going to try and revitalize and refresh that. It will help organizations show their commitment to the future to give some confidence to the people they're working with. It's also going to encourage a lot of collaboration between entities throughout the North Country. It'll help through the process. We'll look at it. You have a question? Okay.
Susan, when do you think that your website will be live?
I hope it will be live by the end of the week. I'm working on it to be live by the end of the week.
And the web address is again?
It's www.fuller fullercommunities.com. My old
Fuller,
web, Fuller Communities.
fullercommunities.com.
The reason I have that is because my old website, Fuller Ventures, is no longer available. The URL was no longer available. And I was starting to, I decided I needed a new one. As you may know, I was starting to think about doing a lot of work in the tourism industry with communities. And then when this opportunity came forward, I thought that Fuller Communities still works for this concept that I'm putting forward. So that's where we are. And I just wanted to make you aware of it because I think there's going to be a lot of businesses and organizations that will really benefit from this ability to bring everybody back together in a really strong way. Does anybody have any questions?
I've got one quick question, Susan. If you were in our position and with this terrible crisis that we're currently in, what would be your first message out to the traveling public once we start approaching a restart of our county economy?
To the traveling public or to the...
Yes, traveling public.
I would say that, for one thing, we are blessed by being in a much safer place than the big cities. We also have the ability to be more calm and relax and enjoy nature in a place where there's not the threats of people staring at each other and being crowded again. I think that it's going to be a major transition for people to go back to the lifestyles they had, where they were in big crowds and you know, bumping into each other, to suddenly being, having been isolated for so long, to kind of retransition. And I think this could be a place where we might be able to help travelers do that. The other thing I want to emphasize for sure is that this is not, I'm not just offering this for the tourism industry and destinations. I can see folks like the Tawny and some of the businesses that we have finding this a good way to help them get back and move forward.
Good, thank you.
Any other questions? I'll let Jeremy know as soon as I make the website go live and he can share that with you, and then I'll be reducing my standard fee, which would be about $1,500 for a project like this, to $500. Hopefully make it affordable for everybody who wants to do this kind of work. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Susan. Any other public comments? Okay. We will entertain a motion to approve the minutes from March 18, 2020. We'll take the first and a second with your name.
So
I'll
moved,
move.
RT.
I'll second, Steve.
I'm hearing Archie and Steve, and I'll do a roll call. Jerry Boye,
Yes, sorry, I was sneezing.
bless you. Jim Ellis,
Yes.
Steve Ehrman,
Yes.
Rod Lozon. Rod, you're on mute. Try now, Rod Lozon.
Hold on. Yes.
Okay, Archie McKee,
Yes.
David Yando.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Those communications.
None for the IDA.
Committee report.
Not that I not today.
Okay. Treasurer's report.
Hold on a second. We got Dave joining.
Dave is there.
Hey, pretty cool, huh?
Hey, Dave.
Hang up on the phone, Dave.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so
That's
we
it.
need a motion, and then we'll do roll again for financials for March 2020.
Do we have someone to first and second for the treasurer's report, and then we'll finish with the roll call.
Rod Lozon, yes. Make a motion to approve it.
Steve, second.
Okay.
Or Archie, you want to do it?
Sure.
Okay,
Archie.
Okay, I have
Archie seconds.
Rod and Archie, and roll call is Sherry Boye,
Yes.
Jim Ellis,
Yes.
Steve Ehrman,
Yes.
Rod Lozon,
Yes.
Justice Martin,
Yes.
Archie McKee,
Yes.
David Yando,
Lost Dave.
Dave, you're on. Okay,
Yes,
good. Thank you.
figuring this out as I go.
$1.
All right, very good. Old and unfinished business. I assume there's nothing.
You're on mute.
Who's on mute?
I was on mute. I'm trying to do my part to keep the noise down. We have nothing else, no other old or new business.
Okay, very good. All right, so any comments from the board before we adjourn? The date of the next meeting is May 13, 2020. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Steve,
So make a motion.
I'll second.
Rod Lozon.
Did you get a first and a second, Maria?
I've got Rod and Sherry, and I don't know that we need to do a roll for adjourning, but I can if we
Right.
need
No, we don't. We don't need to.
to. Okay,
Okay.
carry on.
Very good. So let's move on to the Franklin County LDC meeting. With same roll call as IDA. Are there any public comments? Nothing that I'm aware of. So we will entertain a motion to approve the minutes from March 18th and March 27th. To have a first and a second, then we'll do the roll call.
Ellis move. I'll second it. Rod Lozon.
Okay, I have Jim Ellis and Rod Lozon. Roll call vote, Sherry Boye.
Yes.
Jim Ellis.
Yes.
Steve Ehrman.
yes.
Rod Lozon.
Yes.
Justice Martin.
Yes.
Archie McKee.
Yes.
David Yando.
Yes.
All set, thanks.
Okay, that takes us to bills and communications.
We received, as you know, we received a letter from Franklin County informing us that they had suspended the tourism contract due to the fiscal challenges they are preparing for as a result of COVID-19. And I would talk to Justice and propose that we discuss that meeting or that letter and discuss what that means in executive session.
Okay.
When we get to
Jeremy?
it, not right now, but
Yep.
Yeah, towards the end of the meeting.
We have a lot of background noise from something. I can't hardly make out to what you're saying.
Well, I'm going to mute everybody just for a second. What I said, Archie, was that we received a letter, as you know, from Franklin County regarding the suspension of the tourism contract, and we have it on the agenda to discuss in executive session that contract in a few minutes.
Okay, fine. Thank you. That background noise is gone.
Okay, very good. So let's continue with any other business. Any committee reports for the LDC?
Nope.
So the treasurer's report.
Jeremy, you want? So basically, what Jeremy said covers us for public status of where we are basically for public comment now. It's just that we got the letter. We'll take up
That's
the
right.
rest later. Okay, good. Thank you.
Correct.
Thanks, Steve.
I don't
Anything on the treasurer's?
anything to report related to the treasurer's report other than it's in the board packet.
Are we going to be discussing the hub at all today, or is there any update on that?
I do not have an update today.
So we can entertain a motion to approve the treasurer's report, a first and a second, then a roll call.
I'll move. Steve will second.
Who was first on? I had Steve, sorry.
I'll be first or second. This is Archie.
Okay, Archie and Steve.
Got it.
And here comes the roll call. Sherry Boye.
Hi, Maria.
Hi. Do you vote yes?
Yes, that was my confirmation.
Tim Ellis.
Yes.
Steve Ehrman.
Yes.
Rod Lozon.
Yes.
Justice Martin.
Yes.
Archie McKee.
Yes.
David Yando.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Any old and unfinished business?
Yes, I would just want to update the board on a couple of activities regarding response to businesses during this time, and Sherry can weigh in also if you want. The loan committee and Russ have been working very hard and approved a loan under our new program from a loan business just the other day. It's a business that did the right thing by submitting requests for SBA assistance, but is now just waiting. And so we are helping them out. Russ is working very hard. He has another one that he's in the middle of preparing to present to the loan committee, and a couple other referrals came in yesterday also. So so far it seems like there are those folks who are falling through the cracks, and that we hopefully will be able to help. And I just want to credit Russ and the loan committee for all the work they're doing to try to get this whole new fund going while trying to respond quickly to business owners. It's taken a lot of different parts, including Maria, and as you can imagine, doing these things completely remotely has its own set of challenges. So I just want to thank both board members and Russ and Maria for their efforts with this first one, and it looks like there will likely be more.
And Maria, thank you. The electronic signing that you sent this morning at 6 a.m.-ish, somewhere in that time frame, works nicely as well.
Great, that's good that we can do it that way.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, because I would not have gone to your house at that hour, just saying.
Yeah, I just wanted to say this, the work that all of you are putting into this is great. Like For example, the loan to hostlers. I know Russ and all of you put a lot of effort into getting that done quick. And what a great time for us as an agency to step into a leadership role and meeting the needs of our community. It's a great opportunity. Thank you, everybody.
This is Archie. Is EJ from the Telegram on board or on this call?
No.
Not that I can see, but I'm sure he will inquire about the recording, which will be posted after.
We need to get this well publicized so that other potential businesses can take advantage.
Okay, we will make sure to get the word out that we actually not only establish the loan fund, but that are actually helping people. I think that's a good point, Archie. We'll make sure to post something today.
The other, Jim Ellis here, guys. The other thing I think we need to take a look at is the distribution. That, in other words, you know, where are these loan applications coming from? Not that I care about who, but from which communities and how many. It may tell us where the holes may be for us to plug in and say, hey, we're ready to help you here.
Good point.
Okay.
Very good.
We're keeping track of all the inquiries that we receive, and then.
Well, I think as a matter, Jeremy, of board information, it might be good for us to know as individual board members. Not the names of the people that are applying, because I don't think that's within our purview or should be, but X number from Malone, X number from Saranac Lake, X from Tupper Lake, so many from whatever. But
Okay.
The numbers. It's simple enough.
Yep.
If that could be done.
No, it's very simple. We can so we have one loan approved. We have one being reviewed and prepared by Russ, and I think we have 2 or 3 inquiries. So I will get the locations of all of those and share it with the board. That's easy.
That's great. Thank you.
Jeremy, Rod Lozon here. I don't believe we need to publish the businesses' names that we give the loans to. I don't think that's right.
No, I don't think so either. That's why I asked Rod just for where they're coming from and how many. In other words, which community and how many requests from that community.
I will.
Yes, you're right, Jim.
I will let you know.
Yep, good.
Very good. So, any other new business? All right. So
just one other thing. This is Jim Ellis again. Rod, I had a long chat with Brian Varon, with whom I've had a personal relationship for a long time, especially when he was the county treasurer. I think there's a man that's looking for something to do.
Okay, I'll keep him in mind.
Don't worry, we've got enough places. Maybe he could work with the loan. I mean, he just needs something to do.
Yes, you're right.
So.
Okay. So we need a motion to go into executive session for the interest of discussion of a contract. Is that the way you want that worded, Jeremy?
Yeah, it's related
Also
to
move.
financial history of a corporation, specifically related to the contract suspension for tourism with the county. But
And
I'm not
second it. Rod Lozon.
expecting any action to come out afterwards. So just for discussion.
so we're in for
Yeah, a first and a second. I was on a phone call.
good. I'll make the first and discussion. Rod does the second, and we'll be in for talking about contractual matters, financial matters, and personnel matters, all included in the.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Section. It's paragraph F of holding executive sessions, and it looks like EJ is trying to connect to the meeting.
Yes, he is.
So let's hold on a second until we know he's connected, and give him an update on where we've been and what we're doing.
Good.
Looks like he's on. EJ, are you there?
Hi, EJ.
Hi, I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we
We
can.
can.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure,
So,
but I'm here.
EJ, Justice, is it okay if I give EJ
Sure.
a rundown
Go ahead, Jeremy.
of where
Yes,
we've been
please.
so far? So,
Yes.
thanks for joining in. We had the IDA board meeting. We had Susan Fuller from Fuller Communications during public comment present some of the things she is working on as far as services she is going to make available to customers to help them transition through the pandemic and come out on the other side stronger. We reviewed bills and communications in the treasurer's report. There was no items for business, no resolutions passed, no new or old business related to the IDA, and so we adjourned. We are in the LDC board meeting right now. There is no public comment, and we reviewed the treasurer's report, and under correspondence, I noted to the board that we had received a letter of correspondence from Franklin County notifying us that they had suspended the tourism contract. And then I updated the board on a couple of the work that we're doing related to our emergency loan fund that we established at our previous board meeting, and reported that the loan committee had approved the first loan just a couple days ago, and that we have 2 or 3 or 4 that we are that were referred to us that we are looking at. These are folks who are trying to keep their businesses open and are facing challenges from the pandemic. And so I just updated the board on that. And then there was no other items for board action on the agenda. And just as you came in, we had got a first and a second for the to go into executive session to discuss the financial credit or employment history of person or corporation, specifically related to the suspension of the county tourism contract. We don't expect any actions after the executive session as a result of the executive session. So that's in 5 minutes or whatever that took, that's where we are before you jumped on. And we apologize that this yet again did not work on the live streaming, but glad that you are here.
Okay, I'm here, but I guess I'm getting out so you can go to executive session.
Yes.
And as it turned out, I was in a county finance committee meeting anyway.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
So I will.
That's where we're at.
Jeremy.
All right.
Jeremy, do we have a recording of our meeting that will be posted?
This is being recorded and will be posted on Facebook, just like we did previously. It just didn't work live streaming.
All right, I will check on that sometime in the near future. Otherwise, I guess I'm going to hang up so you can do your executive session.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining in.
Thanks, Jeremy. Bye.
Do you want me to leave also?
Yeah, I don't think we, what would you say, Justice? We could read it.
I don't see any reason you need to stay.
Yeah.
But
Freedom.
I just need motions to come out in the time of executive session and then motions to end it in the time, okay?
I will do
Thanks,
that.
guys.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Maria.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, Maria.
Bye.
Aye.
And Susan Fuller is off the call now, right? In terms of, I'm looking at my screen, she's no
Yep.
longer with us.
Yep. Okay, so hold on, because I
Good.
just there's a couple technical things. Hold on. We are back in public session.
Move to adjourn.
Okay.
Move to adjourn by
Entertain-
Jim Ellis. Second,
Thank you.
Second.
I'll second.
Steve. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for a great
Thank
meeting.
you.
Thanks.
Have
a
Thanks,
good one.
everybody.
Good to
Take
see you
care.
all. Be well.